All right, I didn't get to elaborate on live last night on this. You got people on, everybody like to take it they different way. So let's talk about Derrick James' comments on Sean Porter, and Errol and Terence Crawford. Okay. Share the video, thumbs up the video, all that good stuff. And obviously you see it here. Derrick James quote, I think Terence Crawford is fighting the guy that Earl took a lot of out of. And like I said before, Town in Atlanta, he asked Bernie what he thought about it. He laughed. And really only time can tell. Really only time can tell, bro. And what not to say Formella took something out of him. We'll say that the weight didn't take something out of Sean Porter. What is to say that Sean Porter, something that's taken out of Sean Porter? What is taken out of Sean Porter? People say, well, what about the Formella fight? Sean Porter tends to fight down to his competition. I mean, you can look at the Julio Diaz fight. You can look at, a lot of fights that Sean Porter's been in. You have to match Sean Porter with an upper echelon fighter if you're gonna get the best performances out of Sean Porter. If you match him against subpar competition, or you get him a tune-up, Sean Porter, turn it into a competitive fight, or it's a pedestrian, or it's a mundane fight. Formella, you talking about a guy in Granados, a guy in Berto, that was very uneventful. I mean, you can keep going on and on. Devin Alexander, that was another sloppy fight. It was a championship fight. He drew with Julio Diaz and he beat him in 10 rounds. He had to draw him in 12 and, rematch in 13. I mean, you can just go on and on about Sean Porter. Sean Porter has to be matched with elite level fighters. If he's not fighting elite level fighters, you get a Formella, you get a Diaz performance out of Sean Porter. If you don't challenge Sean Porter, it's going to be like some Goodwill Hunting stuff. And like I said about Derrick James, he's been, had he not had a track record of putting an indictment on Terence Crawford's career, if you can't see that they don't want to fight Terence Crawford, if you can't see that, that eye injury, that wasn't real. Like I told you, it wasn't no detachment. E-Rock came on and said he could see it, but I'm telling him he going back to spar no later than the first week in January. So, like I said before, with Errol Spence, he just has a fanatic fan base who doesn't think. Okay, it's not like a fan base like Pacquiao where it's plentiful, or Floyd Mayweather was plentiful. He just got social media to make it seem like he got a lot of fans, and we being real, don't nobody know who none of these dudes is other than Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder. Don't nobody know who Earl is for real. To be real, why you think all these some of these PBC or some of these boxers in general walking around overcompensating with chains and rings and all this type of stuff on? Why? That's why. Because people, they want to know what people think, who they want people to know who they is. And like I said before, I mean, maybe he's a trainer. He has a really keen and great eye. Maybe he's seen something Sean Porter from Miller. But like I said before, it's hard to judge Sean Porter. You could have made a case when you look at Sean Porter's resume. You could have made a case after the Ugas fight. Ugas took something out of him. But every Sean Porter fight, he fight up and down to his competition. That's a fact. You can say, well, he had a draw with Julio Diaz. He won the same. He came back, beat Julio Diaz, beat Devin Alexander, beat Paulie, lost to Kell Brook. You can say someone's taking on him after Kell Brook. He ran into a lot of shots in that fight. He lost to Keith Thurman. There was a lot of punishments dished out that fight. He fought Granados, Danny Garcia. Somebody said yesterday, I think it was Henry, said that he took a lot of punishment in the Ugas fight. But then he gave Spence hell. I felt that, without that knockdown, he would have won that fight. People act like Earl did what to knock him out. Like, why do you go into a boxing ring if you possess the abilities and powers to knock somebody out to show your boxing ability versus Sean Porter? It makes no sense. Once again, to me, this sounds like some player hating. To me, this sounds like some more diverse. I told y'all what he gonna do. He gonna try to fight Ugas. And then he gonna move up, fight Canelo. I already told you guys, man. This nigga ain't for it in the long run. All that, remember that hungry EJ? That was cap. False bravado, cap. He was protected, bro. He not gonna fight nobody like Terence Crawford. Al Heyman believe in building his fighters off Hispanic fighters and building his fighters off whatever his template is. But that's just called for. He believed Terence Crawford gonna destroy Sean Porter, which some people think it's gonna be a competitive fight, and it could be. But that's just code that he think he gonna destroy him, and they not fighting him. But none of these dudes want to admit that they wrong. Here come Fred. Our apology. Keep that weak apology. Keep that weak apology, bro. Because the only apology that matters if you go to that man's face and you apologize for what you really was mad about, and he not giving you an interview. That whole side of the street been looking suspicious. It's been looking funny. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. All right, don't come over here trying to buddy with us. No, because you don't like Kenny Porter and you don't like Sean Porter based off what happened. Don't come over here trying to join the ops. At the end of the day, we've been telling y'all that Crawford been trying to push for this fight, but y'all had these false shit. Well, Crawford don't want to fight him. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he want to fight him? PBC fighters don't want to fight nobody, and these dudes they just can't. They can't take it. They can't take it, bro. That's what it boiled down to. They can't admit that they was wrong. And they know ain't nobody recovering. Anybody that know boxing and know Sugar Ray Leonard, everybody know you ain't recovering from an abdomen. Everybody know you ain't recovering from a detached retina that quick. And if you do, you're going to fuck your eyes up again. Excuse my French. You know, at the end of the day, just Derrick James, just going first. It was, he don't sell enough. Then it's that, he don't have a great story. Then it's not Sean Porter took it out. Just come out and say, man, we some hoes and we don't want to fight them. And I respect them. You ain't got to wear no skirts or wear, you ain't got to wear no skirts or put a tutu on, but y'all might as well put dresses on. And I said what I said. Y'all might as well put some high heels on because that's what y'all acting like some skirts. When the trainer started talking like that out of character, what did Carlos Castanos do to earn a shot at Jamel? Not a damn thing. Him and Bud got the same belts. It's just that Jamel is body, and a nigga from Long Island, New York, from the suburbs of Texas and DeSoto, not body. And that's a shame. You do all that tough talking, then when somebody want to fight you or challenge you, then you're on the wrong side of the street, man. You supposed to be on 75th Street, man. It's raining today. I don't want to fight you. Come on. Sean Porter took it. Well, come on. We could say something took out of y'all. Eyes falling out, car wrecks, all this type of stuff. We could say something wrong with y'all. That's why they fight the fights. But he the only one that wanted to step up. Y'all don't want to step up. Ugas didn't want to step up. He wanted to wait for you, a wounded duck. He didn't want to step up. Al Heyman ain't shit, bro. I told y'all that. And all that money they get right now, it ain't gonna last forever. They gonna melt them chains down. Right? They gonna be looking like fighters that used to have it, but don't have it. Straight up and down. I think I think Terence Crawford got fighting the guy Earl took. What punishment did Earl do other than laying that hook and laying a couple punches? When you talk about punishment, you think about Jose Zepeda and Barashnik not coming back the same versus Montana Love. When you think about punishment, you talk about Fury Wilder 2 and 3. That's punishment. That's something that a dude might not be the same. You know what I'm saying? We talk about punishment. You talk about Julian Jackson and Terry Norris. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about punishment, you talking about fighters that taking a cumulative ass whooping that keep going, or take a lot of punishment. Gotti Ward, all them fights. I mean, come on. Who Spence ever really just punished in that bitch for real? For real, like punished over 10 or 12 rounds and got him out there in 11 and 12. Has Errol Spence ever even had a 10 for 11, 12 stoppage? Come on, let's see. He ain't even that type of fighter, man. He couldn't even punish Mikey Garcia, a snack cake weight. He had an 8th round knockout. He had an 8th round knockout versus Chris Van Deer. A nigga that Boost is about to smoke in 1 round. 6th round versus Bundu. 7th round versus Lamont. That's it. He ain't beat nobody ass for 10 or 12 rounds and just smoked them and later in the fight. He don't carry that type of power. He don't carry championship level power. I've been telling y'all that. He don't carry that. Either it's his conditioning or he ain't that type of puncher. And it's rare you see somebody carry that punch for 10 or 9, 10, 11, 12 round in championship round. That's rare. Like I said before, I mean, I don't think Spence put an ass whooping on Sean Porter like that. You know what I'm saying? He not that type of fighter, dude. He a fighter that's gonna just keep doing. He gonna do what he do. He gonna make that shit work for him in style. He gonna make that shit work for him. You know, ain't gonna be no massive adjustments where he gonna lead off with left and right hooks and uppercuts. He just gonna keep doing what they doing. He ain't fought a fighter that's gonna trump that. He ain't fought a fighter other than Sean Porter, and he kept running his head into the same brick wall. You know. He gonna either his head gonna get cracked open, he gonna die, or he gonna bust his head through that brick wall. That's him. But like I said, if this gonna convince you a guy that a team that's trying to discredit Terence Crawford because they don't want to fight him, let him go up there and get raped by fucking Canelo and just get stripped of all of his jewels and all of his accolades, and just get beaten one night for a check. I ain't mad. That's what we fighting for. It's prize fighting. We fighting for a check. I ain't mad. Go fight Canelo. If you win, I'll be happy for him. If you don't, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I think going the distance with Canelo is a victory for him. But it is what it is, man. And maybe Derrick James right. Maybe, like I said before, maybe see something in the Formella fight that we ain't see. But we'll see. I think Sean Porter will be conditioned. I think he'd be ready. I think he could be competitive come November 20th. It was 30 days out yesterday. So, like I said before, they had no intentions on fighting Terence Crawford. And I told you guys that. Didn't I? I told you guys that they ain't had no ambitions on fighting because they know they can't win. And that's been going. And that's not my opinion. That's been going around Terence Crawford's own company, and people don't even really mess with him. I mean, Errol Spence own company, because people don't even mess with him like that. But it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way, than Facebook than Instagram. You can reach out to an advertising channel, really quick, chop it up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to increase all notifications. Hit the bell icon to increase your chances of getting the notifications for the videos when I go live. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what's in the comment section one time.